Jana, opening day, DeLand, the Sport Aviation Showcase we've been hearing so much about, and goodness gracious, we're not freezing our buns off. It's a great time to be in Florida. Tell us all about how the showcase came to be.
The showcase came to be because DeLand realized that they were a recreational airport. They had some land that they wanted to expand on, and they chose Sport Aviation to create a village. We will be running an annual showcase along with the village here. The annual showcase will be a 3-day event the first weekend of November each year. The village is a 40-acre tract of land dedicated to sport aviation. We'll have a series of manufacturing hangars, T-hangars, some storage facilities, and over the range of a 1 to 3 year span, we will also be adding a centralized facility for the home builders. DeLand has a very clear mission and set of goals of where they want their airport to be and to go, and that is indeed dedicated to the fun flying folks.
The sport aviation community has been through its ups and downs, mostly downs after the last few years with the economy being what it is and uncertainty about the political structure. What signs do you see that give you hope for the future of the sport aviation community?
You know, there's a few new companies making their debut here today, and I think that that is a prime example that there are good things to come. And, you know, until there's money in the bank or there's a signature on the dotted line, you never know. But backing up to Sun and Fun last spring, I came out with this big announcement that DeLand was going to be put on the map as the home of sport aviation. And we were doing 2 initiatives, the showcase, the show, and the village. And I had a series of about 5 or 6 folks come by here the week after Sun and Fun to take a look at the village. Well, the village is on paper right now. So I realized I was going to have to back off of the way that I was presenting it. But I had folks, 3 from overseas, wanting to make a U.S. headquarters here as far as assembly and distribution. I had 2 folks from up north that wanted to come to DeLand, have a second facility here so that they could fly year-round. And then another one was just a person who was looking at a startup manufacturing unit. So I think those are good signs to come. And again, trying to plan a show in the year for the year, because this was announced in the spring. Budgets for 2016 were already set. And I thought that there would be some pushback just from folks that their budgets were set and their money was spent and that was all that they had. And again, I've got a full field. So the prices, we tried to keep them reasonable. It's pretty much kind of the bare bones. This is your booth, a couple tables, chair, and then you can build it from there and go as elaborate as you want. But I didn't have that pushback. I hope that is a good sign.
Well, I have to tell you, when we walked in here this morning for a first-year event, first time in anything, looking at both the breadth of the exhibitors, the layout, and everything else, you did good.
Thank you. And, you know, we plan our roadmap for the next year on critiques that come back. And I always encourage everyone, you know, I like to hear the good. We all like that. But I'll be doing a series of critiques with the vendors as well. It's harder with the attendees. And in a couple of years, I'll probably have a poll for that and a way to professionally gather that information. But on the first year show, we weren't quite ready for that yet. But I'm open for feedback.
I'll tell you what, based on what we've seen here so far, we'll be here next year.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Jim.
Aero-TV is brought to you by...
The Bristol Light Sport aircraft is what you are looking for. The Bristol is wider than a Cirrus, faster than a Skyhawk, offers more storage than a Husky, and comes standard with Garmin avionics. So what are you waiting for? Visit Bristol.com to find out how you can get into a Bristol today.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.